Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Aquascaping on the Fly, Living Art Creations. I'm Anthony, your host and your content creator, and I just came off of a 3-day trip and I'm tired. I was not planning on doing a video today, but this morning while I was waking up in San Diego, I got an alert that a package was being delivered today, and I had ordered 2 colors of shrimp to reintroduce a different color into blackfish and to introduce a color into bird on a wire, both of which are completely void of any shrimp. Now, let's talk about how the divine works in my life. My trip came in just a little bit late. We had a long taxi. I'm kind of getting concerned because I know what time my mail runs. And literally, I get in, I get on the employee bus, I'm on my way to the parking lot. I actually fall asleep on the employee bus. That's how tired I am. And so when I wake up, and when we hit the bumps of the employee parking lot, I get into my car, put my luggage in, drive home. And I thought, let me swing by our main mailboxes in my complex to see if the shrimp have already been delivered. And sure enough, guess what? My set of mailboxes, my postal worker was right there putting mail in all of our boxes. That's divine timing. That's me showing up right when I need to show up, because you know we had a problem. The last time I ordered shrimp, it was too hot and the delivery took much longer, and we ended up losing 18 of the shrimp in day 1 alone. So right now, guess what? We're going to open this box and we're going to prep 2 tanks for the shrimp that are going to going into them. So I want you to see what the condition is as we unbox. So I'm going to get the lighting set up to where you can see it better, and then I can open this. But I also wanted to say, if you're new to the channel and you found us, congratulations. It's really hard to find this channel out there. My channel is a baby channel. I want it to grow and get bigger. So if you like it, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. And to my FlyScrapers Collective, welcome back as well. You know the drill. We're going to open up the box. We're going to get the shrimp prepped to go into their new enclosures, but we're going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to do a really quick KH and GH water test and a TDS just to make sure we're in line for our Neocaridinia. So you guys hang around. This should be fun, even though I'm exhausted. But thanks for joining me, and let's have some fun today. Now, remember these that I ordered? It was a really good deal off of eBay, and I've never ordered off of eBay before. I believe it was $38 for 10 Blue Dream and for 10 Sunkist Orange. Oh, now this is different from the last time I ordered. They put this in an insulated box. I'm a diabetic, and when I would get my diabetics insulin delivered to me, I would always get delivered in boxes like this. So this is a very good sign that this breeder does this. A lot of times, before it was just a little bit of insulation. Oh wait, I'm not cutting at the right place. They just put a little, insulation pack in there. But this is going, a lot better. This is a lot better. And of course, I didn't order, this is not the heat of the summer. Okay, so here you go. What's nice is, not only is it insulated in here, oh, and this feels really good. This is nice and cool. That's what you want. Okay. Now, we're going to have to sort these because we do not want them the same color interbreeding. All right, let's make sure. We have to make sure there's no dead in there. So looking quite active, which is good. So the water is nice and cool. I'm so happy about that. Now I do have my magnifying glass. I'm just going to bring over to make sure everyone is moving before we proceed forward. We may have one dead right there. That's okay. They're supposed to send an extra. Let's see. We'll see if it just falls down or not. Okay, right now that one's swimming. Looks like some are caught behind the net. All right, so let me get a towel to put underneath the water bag. And we'll open the bag up, pull the little netting out. And then I need to separate these. It may be tied really too tight to get it undone. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it off. I think they're gonna be okay though. I wish there were a little bit more water in there because I do want to put them into containers. That's the only downside. Okay, hang on. Hang on a minute. Okay, that was an outer and an inner bag. So I pulled out the outer bag. The inner bag is just as tight of a knot. I've got a bowl under it just in case so I don't lose any water. I believe there's water leakage from the bag. Yeah, that's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so I see 11 blue. Wait a minute, 10? 10 blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. Oh, let me get. Okay, now they're moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it looks like I have 9 of the orange ones. You know, maybe that's one's in the corner. I see no debris in, oh, there is, okay, there's one, it's in the very back. Okay. Let's see if you're alive. No. Okay, so there is one dead there. Okay, so I've got them separated now. We have 10 blue, which we're supposed to have, and there's 8 of the orange Sunkist. So we just need to contact the seller about that. And there is one dead one and then one partially eaten. Now I've gone in and put a shrimp pellet into each one of those. Hopefully they'll eat. I don't want it to calm it down. And I'm going to turn the lighting off. So I'm going to start the drip application process, which is like every 15 to 20 minutes, putting in a little bit of water from the tanks they're going to be going into over at least a 2-hour period. Because they are not liking the lighting on them. When I give you guys the update, it's probably just going to be the last and final update. Literally, I use my turkey baster and just put a few milliliters of water in and keep doing it from each one of the tanks that they're going to go into. And then that's how I'm going to drip applicate them. But the blue dreams are looking like they're not near as stressed out. Look at the orange. They are clustered together. So I'm going to shut this down, turn the lighting off, so hopefully they'll calm down. Okay, this has been over 3 hours now. Now this is probably going to be the shortest video I ever do. But here's the color in there. We're going to put the blue dreams in Bird on a Wire. And the reason why I'm doing that is because Bird on a Wire is right next door to Turtle in Motion. Turtle in Motion has our aqua blue velvet babies in it, and I thought it would be cool to have a light blue and then a dark blue next to each other. So here we go. And I kept that food tablet in there. So I want that to come out. Now I need to check this really, really close because there are 10 of the blue dreams in here, and along with one baby. So the baby's not any of theirs. It probably just got scooped up from the tank it was in. But we did have a baby in there, so I'm going to have to be watching for it. Let's back up. And see. All right, so I do see them already. They're on, there's one crawling on. It's what I love about when you have a shrimp color that stands out against all the other colors. That's amazing. Now they're going to hide away because number one, they're in a brand new enclosure, but number two, they don't like the light on them like this. So I am going to have to turn the light off. Now let's go over to the blackfish and release those. Okay, so now here you have your blackfish, which I debated back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I thought, do I put the blue ones in here? Do I put the orange ones in here? I ultimately went with the orange because this is the one tank that you can see from both sides. And I thought they would really stand out really, really well being here. And I do remember I have one orange really male, and I had thought about moving the male in with these because it's an orange really, but I don't know what the babies will end up looking like. I don't know if it would be like a mix of orange really. I don't know. I have thought about that. So if we can ever find a female in here, it might be interesting to see what the offspring would look like. All right, so let's release these dudes. Now, there's only 8 of these, so we're going to wait for the owner to get back with this. If they just want to credit me, that'll be fine. I'm just hoping they do well, because they do need to populate into this tank, because this is our 20-gallon. So we do need more babies in here. Let's see. So far, it's just their food. Oh, no, hang on. Some of them have already gone straight to the build itself. That's what we love about that. Look, it's a nice, dramatic background. You can easily see them on there. This is a really good color combination. Now, before I let you go, hang on. So now we know they're in there. You guys are getting the first look at the Harry Potter reboot. Now, those of you who are familiar with the channel, Harry Potter, which is the hurricane lantern here laying on its side with 2 pieces attached to 2 pieces of driftwood. It was a terrarium, but because the slope is so minimal, I could not keep it the temperature humid enough in there, and I couldn't have enough dirt in there to get anything to grow sustainably. So, and you'll see right here, here is the Harry Potter, here's the Elder's Wand right there. Now, what I plan on is leaving this in there and making this a part of the build. I'm going to come up with whatever I want to put inside here. If you guys have an idea for a plant, I'm thinking of taking something like Pinto and placing it on the wand itself. So I would need some small plants to go along the wand, and then put the wand on its rock inside the globe like it was originally, to where the wand becomes part of the living organism. And then maybe put some boost along the base of the rock, because you guys know I love boost. I don't really even want to put a substrate in here. I really just want to put some rocks and not have to worry about planting anything in the substrate. Maybe open up a couple of pockets, and I was thinking about maybe some Balasinaria, maybe, I'm not sure. But this is your first look, and what I got to make sure is that the globe itself here will stay at least underwater. So, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video update. Hey guys, it's Anthony again. All right, so it's been a full 24 hours since the shrimp were introduced into their new environments. I will say I got up a couple of times when I crashed after getting everything done and sleeping, and they seemed to be over the entire night. They were swimming around, so it looked like they were having a good time. And it took me, spent a little over 3 hours acclimating them, because I just really want to make sure the process is slow enough to where we know they're not going to be affected, because we want as many of them to survive as possible. And what I really do is I put just a few milliliters of water in the container every 20 minutes until you have more of the tank water and very little of the water that they were shipped in. And then once that's done, I still temperature regulate it by putting the bag that they're in the aquarium and let that float for about 45 minutes. So that's kind of my process. What I want to do now is just show you how they're doing in the tanks, so you can see what they look like. They're already swimming around this morning, and the lights just came on, so we get a really good look at them, and we'll take it from there. So hang on. All right, so they are literally right here. Now we have 10 of these. Now I will say these are all, I think almost all of them are larger than a ½ inch. So these are pretty close to being what their size normally would be when they get around, like a breeding size here. But I love the fact they show off really, really well. The build looks great. Now, when I put these when I saw their container and I was separating out the 2 different colors, I saw a black looking dark blue dot. There is one newborn that's in here. Now, I don't mean born during transit, like a newborn that was in the tank that got caught up in with the others. So I know we have a newborn. It'll be in there somewhere when it gets big enough for us to be able to spot. But I know it went into the tank, and I'm sure it'll be just fine because all the babies have always done very, very well in the tanks. They stay away from the pump system. But this gives you an idea. If we can zoom in just of how good the colors are look. Now compare these to the blue velvets that we had in Blackfish. Remember, blue velvet is a cross between this blue dream and a cherry red. So, I mean, these guys are all over the place. Okay, look at that. See the difference there? That color there is so much darker than the other ones. They almost look like they're almost black a little bit. But yeah, they look like they're having a really, really, really good time, and they love this corner up here. I haven't seen them going up into the roots yet, but I'm sure they will. Let's see. Here goes one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Okay, so we've seen them swimming around. Now let's go take a look at the orange Sunkist. Okay, here they are. The orange Sunkist, now you know, are in the old Blackfish that had all the blue velvets. Now, I was watching these guys. They were swimming around the entire build. Now, we have 8 of these. Now, they do have a DOA live on arrival. So since I was missing 2, they're going to give me 5 free of my next order, whatever I want to order. From this, because this breeder does have all the colors. We do have a Harry Potter tank that's coming up. Okay, I think I lost it. Where'd it go? They're swimming around the entire build. There they go. And as far as I could tell, they did not go up, and they didn't hide during the night. Every time I got up and checked on them, they were up and swimming around. So for the Harry Potter reboot, which look for that video to come out because I'm going to start working on it, I'm thinking I really want to do the jade green. Okay, they do go, there's more of them on the other side, but as you can tell, I've got dirty dishes sitting over there. So you're only going to see one side. Anyway, you can see they're doing well. They're having fun in here. That's really great. One thing was awesome. There's not one on it right now, but we did have some of the orange on Blackfish itself, on the build itself, which they looked incredible against the bark. So that was amazing. So hope you guys enjoy. I will see you either in the skies or on the next video update. Have a great day.